meteorologists are tracking Hurricane Francine as it is expected to hit our neighboring state, Louisiana. Now, while it won't hit us, we will see rain and drizzle. Wet pavement contributes to nearly 1.2 million traffic crashes each year. Joining me live with important reminders for how to stay safe on wet roads is AAA Texas spokesman Doug Shupe. Good morning, Doug.
Good morning, Haley. Thanks for having me on today.
Joining me from inside of your car with all the tips. Thank you so much. What's your advice if you do have to drive in this type of rain today?
Yeah, the number one thing is never, ever drive over flooded waters, flooded roadways, which is particularly potential for happening on our Gulf coastal areas. The other thing is just slow way down. So many of the crashes that we see on these wet weather days happen because drivers are going way too fast for the conditions. You also want to make sure that you don't use cruise control on wet pavement. It's a great feature when it's dry outside, but you need to maintain control of your vehicle at all times on wet pavement. So that's why you want to avoid using cruise control. But you do want to use your headlights so that other drivers can see your vehicle, particularly if you are driving in heavier rain. You want to also increase your following distance, give more space between your vehicle and other vehicles. And remember that those larger commercial trucks, 18-wheelers, they cannot stop as quickly as other vehicles. So never cut off or leave too little of space between your vehicle and those other larger commercial vehicles when you're out there on the roadways.
Yep, leave space, lights on, and no cruise control. Got it. So how should you prepare your vehicle? Are there things that we need to do to maintain our vehicles in order to operate well on wet roads?
Yeah, when we're out there, we're going to need to use our windshield wipers. But here in the Texas sun, particularly after this summer, those windshield wiper blades become brittle. And so what you want to do is make sure you replace those windshield wiper blades before heading out there so that you can get a clean streak of your windshields to get that water off of there so you can clearly see the road ahead. You also want to check your headlights, taillights, turn signals, make sure that they're working properly so that other drivers know what your intentions are out there on the roadway. And also make sure your tires are in good shape, both properly flated and have enough tread on them, because your tires need to be in good shape. They're critical to maintaining traction on wet pavement. And those are just some maintenance tips that you can follow for your vehicle before you head out there on wet weather days like today.
Yeah, I do feel like we definitely notice when our tires aren't so great in conditions like this. But what should we do, thinking of tires, if you start to feel yourself skidding on the road?
Yeah,
what do we do?
Even the most cautious, well-experienced drivers can experience a skidding situation. So if that happens, it's important to remember, don't panic. I know it's easier said than done, but just stay calm. And what you want to do is continue to look and steer in the direction that you want that vehicle to go until it comes out of the skid. So remember that. Continue to look and steer in the direction that you want the vehicle to go, and once it comes out of that skidding situation, then you can continue on.
Yeah, always good reminders for people, especially on days like today, because we know that the roads are going to be hazardous. Doug Shupe, thank you for your time this morning. That was all very good information.
Thank you, Haley. Be safe, everybody.
Thank you. You too.